Hello everyone, this is a tutorial for the Lab 8 evolution simulation. If you go to the main page and click on the labs folder and open up the Lab 8, okay, make sure that you have a printout of the Lab 8 instructions so that you have a feel for some of the data. You are also going to want a printout of the evolution simulation data worksheet because you are going to need to collect this data. Now if you go to the Biology in Motion link, when you open up that website, you'll see there are a number of activities. We want the evolution lab. When you open up the evolution lab, you'll see everything is done in this main screen. Your screen may look a little bigger depending on the resolution, but that's alright. The big thing here to look at and follow is you'll see that there are arrows, the word contents, and then the word help. If you click on the green arrow, it will take you through this simulation. You want to read everything over first so you have an understanding of what the topic for the simulation is all about. We're looking at this concept of evolution. The idea that natural selection is a process, and it is a process where the organisms interact with their environment, and just like in a cycle with feedback, that interaction is going to be based on what the organism is like, and then that can feed back into what happens to that organism. So as you go through, you'll see then it gives you an introduction to the simulation. We are going to study these particular blue organisms, and you're going to have 20 of them, and you're going to see what happens over time based on changes to their environment. Now we're making this simple. These particular organisms, we're only going to look at one concept with them. We're going to look at the blue grabber. And we're going to see how this blue grabber might change over time. Why are we looking at this? The grabber is how they grab the food. See this little yellow ball. And as they get food, they live, they move on, and they can reproduce. If they don't get food, then they don't reproduce. So the idea here is that you have a simulation, and as I said, you'll want to read through and take a look at everything because it talks a little bit about it. But to run the simulation, you need this screen right here. Everything is actually on this screen. What you're going to do is you're going to take a look at these organisms, and you're going to change some of these settings here, which in the next tutorial I will talk about how you change. When you change the settings, it changes how these organisms interact. And you're going to see if the changes in the settings influence how the organisms interact.